Hi folks, this is the interior demonstration of our Rimor Kilig 66 4-berth motorhome. Get inside and have a look. To the rear we have a island bed that you can walk around. 2 wardrobes either side, one there, plenty of storage. Light switch underneath on the left. 2 opening windows and a skylight. The bed will have a bottom sheet fitted when you come and collect the motorhome. We don't supply bedding. Electric heaters there just for the winter months, so if you're on a campsite, instead of using the gas heating that the motorhome is built with, you can use the electric heater. Moving on to the toilet area, plenty of storage under the sink. In this box you'll find washing tabs. This is what we use for keeping the toilet fresh. We'll supply them. Just once you've emptied your toilet, put a couple in there, it'll just freshen it up and break everything down. Hot and cold water. Toilet. Blue button on the wall there, that's the flush. So that comes from the main water tank, nothing separate to fill up. Once you've used the toilet, under here is a grey lever. Push that, and that opens up a flap in the toilet. So your waste empties into the cassette, which will be demonstrated on the exterior video. Once you've done that, close this off and make sure it's kept closed when you're not using it. Just make sure everything doesn't splash around and you can't remove the cassette if that's open. It's got its own door so you can shut this off if required. Shower area, separate to the toilet. There's the light switch. Just hover your finger over that and that'll turn the light on. Good size shower unit. I think I explained this on the control panel videos that once you've got hot water, you've got around about 13 litres of hot water before it runs out. That's not a lot, so if you're in the shower it is jump in, jump out, turn it off in between washing. It's got doors that close. So if when you're in the shower and when you're travelling in the motorhome, ensure the doors are closed and that clips across. That'll stop the shower doors from banging about while you're out. Moving on to the kitchen area, you've got your sink with hot and cold water. 3-burner hob, that's pressing the buttons, turn and press the ignite button. That'll get them going for you. Plenty of storage. Light switch under there and 240 volt point. We supply kettle, cleaning equipment, pots and pans, cutleries in the cutlery drawer, plates and pots and cups and everything ready for you to use. And then while you're travelling, have these covers shut. While I'm in this area I'll just demonstrate the windows. So these windows are closed. Ensure while you're driving all the windows and skylights in the motorhome are shut and closed off. If you don't, you'll lose a window. These are very, very expensive, £400 plus for a little window like this at least. So whatever you do, your checks before you set off. Make sure all the window brackets are shut. To open it, you just open all the clamps like that, push it, and you'll hear a click. And then it's got several different places it can stop, clicks again. And then when you want to shut the window, you have to push it right up, and then it comes down of its own accord. Put the clamps across, window shut. Whatever you do, You have to push the window right open to close them, otherwise you'll force it and break the brackets. And then while you're here, the blinds, you just pull up from the bottom, shuts off completely, or you have a fly screen if you pull it down. Here we have the control panels at the top, a separate video for them, your oven and your fridge, freezer. Your TV is also up here. The oven is just a gas oven. Press the knob in, turn, press the bottom button to ignite. Top one is the light for the oven. Your fridge, so you've got a freezer compartment at the top, big fridge, and the bottom's classed as a bottle storage, still part of the fridge. These new ones now are automatic, so you don't really need to touch them. When you come and collect the motorhome, the fridge will be on ready for you. So if I press that button there, it's on auto setting A. I'm plugged into electric, so your fridge is currently working on electric, and that's set at 2 bar. One thing about motorhome fridges, you don't need to turn them up too high. So in the winter time, have it on 2. In the summertime, have it on 3 bar maximum. If you turn it right up to the maximum setting, it tends to make the fridge warmer more than colder. I'll not explain it, but that's what happens. If you need to change any of the settings, keep your finger on that button. You can go between automatic, electric, so if you're on a campsite. The battery setting is just for while the vehicle is running. It'll automatically go onto that on the auto setting. And then the gas setting is for if you're not on a campsite. So if you pull up, the fridge will automatically go up onto the gas setting. So press the button again. You get the temperature, and say it's currently set on 2. You can go up to 5, but you don't need 2. Literally 2 for winter, 3 for summer. Press enter, job done. Now I've set that onto the gas look. You can do it manually, but as I say, if you keep your finger pressed in, go onto the A setting, that's automatically gone over to the electric straight away. TV, DVD player, free view. This is 12 volts, so work off a camp. It does work if you're not on a campsite. Connected to 12 volt supply there. Look, there is some extra sockets if you need to use them, and some USB ports for charging. TV is connected to an external aerial. The only thing we can't guarantee is whether you get a signal or not. It's a fixed area, it just depends where you are. So always recommend taking DVDs with you. Or it has got HDMI ports if you want to plug anything separate into there. Another thing I say about the TV, if you're not on a campsite and you're using it via 12 volt only, then they do use a little bit of power, so don't sit there all night and leave the telly running all night. Make sure you turn it off when not in use. To the front of the motorhome, this one has bench seats. If you look at our pictures on his website of this motorhome, you'll see that under these bench seats is some seats that pop up. Got the seat belts there, so it does turn into 4 seat belts. So you 2 at your front, 2 at your rear, all forward facing. I'm not going to demonstrate how to do it on the video. What I'll do is, if you can let me know how many people are in your party, so if you've got 1 or 2 that will be travelling in the back of the van, I'll set these seats up before you come, and then I'll show you how they work from then on in. So other than that, you can use it as bench seats. The 2 front seats swivel. So under the base, when they're facing forward, is a lever. Pull that lever towards you, and the seats will move. And then you may need to move them forward or backwards on the normal seating bracket, just to get them round into the same position as that. Loads of storage up above here. And we also have a skylight, so that's got a winding mechanism on. Blinds are the same as the windows. 2 clips that hold it shut. You can wind the mechanism, just open it. Don't open it up fully, just slightly. Again, don't drive with this window open, ensure it's shut. This is about an £100 option on this motorhome, so if you lost the window, it's very, very expensive to replace. So before you drive off, do your checks and make sure all the windows and skylights are shut. This has got a table in the middle. Now this does open up to make a double sized table. What there is a bracket under here that pulls out like so, and then your table opens up, so you get a big double table. It just folds away when you don't need to use that. That's that. Now you may think this table's in the way a bit. Well, it isn't really. It's got a bracket on this side. You can lift that up and you can put the table where you like. So you just press the bracket, leave it. You can have it in different positions all over the front of the van, depending on where it suits yourself. And it comes, spins right round and goes in the middle like that. So there's the bracket. You'll see the bracket there. Look, you just pull that up and the table will move, so you can make yourself comfy at night time. So we have a electric double drop down bed in this motorhome. If you're going to use this, ensure that the seats, if you've used them in the back, make sure they're all folded down, and so basically set up like this so nothing's in the way. Two buttons to the left, they're just for your lights, and so they just put power to your lights. The main button is this one, so they say ensure nothing's underneath the bed, press your button and it automatically comes down like so. So we've got a double bed, ladder there to clip on those two brackets there to gain access. There will be a sheet fitted on here if you need to use it. Now the bit in the middle, look, that's just holding the two sides away from the mechanisms. It's got a velcro in the middle, so if you have the bed down and you're going to use it, just unvelcro them so that it's out of the way, and then before you put the bed up, velcro it back across, and that pulls both sides out of the way of the mechanism. There is a guard both sides, front and rear, so if you've got kids up there you can clip them into the roof brackets. The other one is just under the mattress. And then to put it up, before we push it up, just to say you can keep a quilt on here and a couple of pillows, but when you press the button to go up, so there's nothing there at the moment, it'll automatically stop. If you've got a quilt and a couple of pillows up there, just make sure the motor doesn't labour. So if you hear it slowing down, it means your quilt is close to the roof and you don't want to pop any fuse or anything like that, so you can leave that up there and just be careful with that. That's about it for the interior. One thing I've just thought about is under the bed here is loads of storage under there as well, so massive amount of storage in this van. We hope you enjoy the hire with us. The front end is self-explanatory. It's a radio that you can connect in your Bluetooth. It's aircon, automatic, this one. And one thing I will show you while I'm here is just a handbrake. So on the new Transits we now have a electric handbrake. So there's no handbrake as usual. So all we've got here is pull it to turn it on, push it to turn it off. It'll tell you and obviously not move if you're not turning it off on the dashboard. Lights aren't automatic, so you do have to turn your lights on like that. And I think that's about it. As I say, just check before moving off anywhere that all the windows are definitely shut. Make sure things are secure, the shower, cubicle door, make sure that's all shut and with the bracket on, and there is a door that separates the rear off to the front. Make sure that door's shut, else it'll be rattling around. And there we go.